Welcome back. Thank you for being here. Let's jump into the next zodiac sign we'll be reading for. I think we're going to do Sag to start us off. Let's start with Sagittarius. Highest teams of love and light from your ancestors. Highest timeline, Angel Michael, guardians and guides from the most benevolent deities, ancestors, and spirits for Sag. There could be a new beginning in how you're seeing the world. This could be a lot of happiness and joy coming towards you. You could have transmuted a lot of like self-work, inner power, self-worth, self-work. You could have really had to go through like a dark shadow of the night of the soul. Something could have impacted your finances. Yeah, Pegasus, it's like you're leaping towards some kind of new reality. Maybe people didn't understand what you were going through as well. Break free, dear one, spread wide and far, for you were not containable. You were limitless. You can have whatever you desire kind of energy, right? Like manifestations. Yes, Oak on the top of the deck. Don't just look within, dive deeply into internal realms of knowing. This card gives me maturity, honestly, so you could be really maturing at this time or point in time. There could be a masculine around you because there's kind of like a bird like near a nest that's like, come over here. And the other bird's like, I don't know. Anyways, let's read for, once I find it, Pegasus. Expanding beyond limitations. Yeah, you're on the cusp of an expansion, and there is limitless potential for where you can go from here. A new journey is upon you, and while you don't know where the journey leads, you are willing to take the first step towards what could be one of the most important moments of your life. We do have a new moon coming up, I believe. It's a lunar reversal. It doesn't matter if you don't feel ready just yet, as Pegasus is here to catch you as you step off the cliff. You will be guided to the right resources and opportunities, teachers and companions at just the time when you need them. Drawing Pegasus is a sign now is the time, but to be mindful to approach the journey with an open mind and heart. Now is the time to experiment and explore through the eyes of wonder, and you fall into arms you never thought were possible. Don't overthink things and say yes as often as you can. No choice is a mistake and no experience is wasted. Pegasus is also a good sign for marriage or welcoming a new baby, for surely both are new uncharted adventures. Page 96. We have Oak. Yeah, you could be really honoring yourself. 14 could be a relevant number, very protective over your emotional realm. It says wisdom. Wisdom isn't static, it evolves, changes, and adapts as you learn new ways of knowing. Before you can be wise, you must be willing to accept you don't have all the answers. Oak is here to change your perspective like an old wise grandfather. Oak guides you to evaluate your beliefs and see if anything's out of alignment with who you are today. Perhaps what you knew to be true is now directly opposite from what you currently believe, or perhaps so this is kind of natural as you expand, right? Or perhaps who you thought you were supposed to be when you were younger is now completely different from who you actually are. Especially when you're young, you're always told by others what they want you to be. Just like wisdom, your goals evolve as time goes on. Some goals are left behind while others morph into something else entirely. It's important to regularly check back in with where you are to make sure you're still situated on the most illuminated path. So this could be focusing on your goals, what you want to create, manifest. Does it align? Do these actions align with that? If you're still confused about next step, Oak reminds you to reach out to the unseen support all around you. So that's a great way to, ask your spirit team, guardians, and guides to commune with nature and the spirits, and the universe can ask them to guide you. So this could be new adventures, new routines, new jobs. Alrighty, let's get some. So yeah, you could be really like taking some time out to rest, to think. Yeah, I see success coming for you in the future, Sagittarius, or to actually learn where you want to go so that you can be successful. You could be spending time at night. Night could be relevant. Maybe you're like staying up later at night or something like that. Do make sure that you're not, doing this too much, though. I can see you thinking about a relationship, maybe something that didn't go right. Nine of Swords. But it looks like you're coming out of this. Tell me more, Sagittarius. There was some kind of ending here, or there was a need for change here with death here to lead you into the future. Tell me more. An end of old way of being, knowing, doing, thinking. This could be something related to your work, position of work. This was something very immature, maybe. Could be an earth sign energy. Yeah, you're coming out of some kind of rest, or you had to rest about this. Tell me more. Sagittarius, you reflected a lot, went within, to get this clarity that you were seeking. Interesting. It looks like you've changed your perspective regarding something. Maybe if this was even worthy. Yeah, Ace of Cups in the reverse means you're realizing it's not worthy to invest in. It's something immature. You're not even emotionally attached to it. I see you leaving it behind. Yeah, you're going towards a new beginning here. Yeah, and this is the ending that kind of preceded that new beginning, especially if you were pulling away from somebody who you weren't working or collaborating well with. 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. This could be somebody who's very social, or maybe you met this person in a social setting. Someone was lying about something, or you realized that there was too much deception to be happy in this situation. You could be keeping your happiness private as well at this time, Sagittarius. You're coming out of some kind of pain, Ten of Swords sideways, so you're really overcoming something after a period of rest, it looks like. Maybe there was some kind of argument here, but it's really immature. There wasn't anything that you were worth fighting for, is what I want to say. Nothing worth fighting for, yeah. Anything else for Sag? King of Swords energy, this could be a masculine with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This could be a Scorpio as well. You've made a choice, or you changed your mind about this person, or this person could be very judgmental or harsh or something like that. Yeah, you're leaving it behind, Eight of Cups, detaching, pursuing something else, someone else maybe even. Yeah, you're closing a cycle out, Sagittarius. Yeah, you're rejecting someone or something. And you're moving towards greater options, greater peace, greater alchemization. As you end this, you actually have more space and energy to do other things. Yeah, this didn't bring you happiness, and you're healing from it. You're like totally healed, you're rejecting it, you're happy, you're ready to go on because you realize that it never brought you happiness, it looks like. There's no clarity either. There was bad communication. I see you, somebody might want to... I see dropping any conflicts that were standing in your way as well. Like you're not holding on to conflict. You're not holding on to grudges. You're just letting it go. You're just going down a different path. You're willing and opening yourself up to new opportunities, new options, new choices. And I see you really focusing on your finances or like your abundance, wealth, peace, prosperity, all that good stuff, all that jazz with the Queen of Pentacles there. So very mature energy. And Five of Swords in the reverse, like pettiness, conflict, jealousy, manipulation. This won't impact you anymore. It's like you're leaving it all behind as you close the cycle out, as you move towards greater peace and greater stability and alchemization. And I think this actually gives you the energy and the focus you need to focus on what's actually vitally important to your life, which could be your wealth, which could be your abundance, which could be your peace. I see you learning things as well. Okay. Someone could have been juggling you. Someone was very unstable. They didn't have stability, at least not financially. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. So maybe this was very impulsive, or something about this was very reckless. Nice themes of love and light, guardians and guides. Yeah, this was holding you back, and you realized this, so you let go so that you could move towards greater material wealth or spiritual growth. And they're both directly tied, right? When we see our world through a greater lens, we can accept more abundance. Yeah, you're protected from harm. Especially if you were exiting something like a love situation. You had to overcome something. You had to let this go. This person was very combative with you or very argumentative or something like that. A lot of conflict. Maybe there was just, this person was always stubborn, not willing to compromise, not willing to think about things, not willing to talk properly. They were very immature. I'm not seeing mature energy at all. I'm seeing very childish baby energy. This is like 3-year-old type. It's like trying to argue with a 3-year-old. It's like, it's not going to work. I'm just going to put you to bed, honestly. I don't know. I don't have kids. This person was impacting your health as well, so you really had to reject this for your own personal safety and sanity, I heard. And material wealth. Yeah, someone's very stubborn, unwilling to change. And they're very much a liar with the King of Swords, but the Elemental of Swords in the reverse. Not direct, no bueno. Muddled, unclear thinking. They could be like on substances or abusing certain things, or they're just not at your level. It's kind of like speaking Chinese to someone who speaks Spanish. It's like, it's not going to work. It's not going to translate. We need to translate, right? Sagittarius. It's like you guys are on different worlds or something. Yeah, discord. And you've moved away from this unhappiness, happiness in the reverse. Slowly but surely you went ahead of this, and now you're on the road to success, to happiness and well-being. Beautiful, gorgeous energy. And it's because you're mature. You're alchemizing something. You're focusing what needs to be focused on. Anything else for Sag? Yeah, you were highly thought of, though. Of course you are, because it looks like you were a mule, or you're being used as one. Like maybe this person always tied you down, always tried to control you, always tried to limit you, especially with their own stubbornness, their own like limits, their own incapacities. They could have depressed you as well. It was very much impacting your emotional state, your physical state, your life in general. It was really detrimental and deadly. So you're triumphing over something, yeah. And there's something you're keeping private that's moving towards you as well. This could be abundance. Tell me more, Sag. There's a warning, though. There is a warning here. Be careful not to let anything throw you off your path at this point. Don't take unnecessary risks at this time. Continue to heal your health. Someone new is entering your life, or new people or new situations or circumstances. There's something about taking a risk and defending yourself with Tiger. So if you need to defend yourself, go ahead and do that. The man-eaters, right? You're detaching from something, yeah. This could be somebody with water sign placements potentially as well. You're not willing to fight for this. I don't see that. Yeah, releasing. And because you're moving towards self-love, like why would I fight for something if it's going to bring me conflict? Why would I fight for a rotten fruit, a rotten piece of fruit? Like it already fell off the ground. It's already too old. It's already like, why would I go for that fruit? So you're having some kind of epiphanies or breakthroughs. You're seeing through something. You're planting new seeds. You're trusting in divine timing. You could be paying attention to your dreams will be extremely necessary at this time. If you're having dreams about like warning dreams, like toxic dynamics, like I had a dream last night. I guess it was a warning. I believe it is. And it was about somebody who had, in this dream, somebody had ruined something that I had created, right? And I was they had thrown out everything and I had to rummage through the garbage for it, right? And so this is somebody who could just want to throw all your work, all your efforts, all your energy, this is somebody, it reminds me of when I was growing up, no offense, I don't think my sister's on here, but I was playing piano when I was growing up and she cut up all of my piano books. She just cut them up for no reason, just out of spite, just out of jealousy, something like that. I had no qualms. We weren't, I was, so it was just, mood swings, I guess, or whatever, children shit. But some people are like that, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think I'm like that. I have a Pisces moon, so I'm very kind, I think. But some people are not, right? And if they see you making movement towards, maybe they think, I wasn't even close with my sister, you know what I mean? And they think that, you're so much, you're doing something you like, so they're going to try to ruin it or something like that. So be careful of that here, I would say. So you could get warnings in your dreams about that, or certain dreams that are trying to warn you about toxicity, people with aggressive motives. Yeah, because they want you to move towards something peaceful, abundant. And this person's a part of your South Node. This could be like a repetitive loop from a past life. For example, if this person murdered you in a past life, or they had animosity towards you then, they might still want to have the same animosity. So you could be seeing something clearly, and then we have completion cycles. So you're ending a cycle, it looks like. So you're changing something. This person could have wanted to keep you silent, Sagittarius people in placements. The drowned king, but it's in the reverse here. So this could be a masculine that's like drowning in their own sorrow or whatever. We do have strong Chiron aspects, I believe, this week. Extreme energy this week as well. But anyways, yeah, I think you're doing quite well, honestly. I think you're above this, and this person's sinking. Maybe, I don't know. Drowned king. There's something you're maturing, the yellowing on the top of the deck, like you've made decisions, you're surrendering, you're focusing on your happiness, your peace, and that's the only the choices that lead you to that should be the ones you make, right? Calcification. Maybe you had to break free of this situation. And maybe this is like a repetitive cycle, sometimes that, when we reincarnate and we choose our families, well, maybe we don't, whatever, but regardless, we have them. And sometimes, I've heard stories about reincarnation where like your sister will be like your murderer in the previous life. And so God will put you through together to like have to resolve some kind of karma, right? So to learn a lesson. You could be seeing 12 a lot, or you were. There's a lot of money coming towards you as well. So be wise with it. And be ready to receive it. Heat, fire, and desire. So maybe this has kind of like is the kiln that kind of created you or fortified you. Calcinatio is the great alchemical operation of fire. It occurs when there's enough heat in the vessel to transform the nature of that which is solid or fixed. How does calcinatio begin? With the tiny glimmer and urge of desire that builds into the robust flame. On a psychic level, the stage may be an uprising of emotion that has been repressed or dismissed. It wants something big to change, to be brought to the light and purified, perhaps a flawed ideology, an institution or outlook. Frustration and anger are wondrous change makers, so be careful, because somebody could be angry. If their heat is channeled with space, time, and awareness, the transformation that occurs from calcinatio is, you might need to protect yourself. I'm seeing now, like in my head, like I think they used to have, like in these castles, they used to have huge vats of boiling oil, and then as enemies or enemy soldiers would come through the gate, they would dump this, sizzling, boiling oil onto them. So there could be something about that. The transformation that occurs from calcinatio is rarely harmonious. It requires commitment and a willingness to sit through discomfort as old patterns fall into the ashes. Falling, right? The flame initiates sacred change, and eventually the phoenix arises. Go deeper, contemplate Lao Tzu's teaching, the flame that burns twice as bright burns half as long, right? So there's something about, monitoring that flame, of course. Fire has been used in rituals across all cultures, religions, and eras. This person could be doing candle magic. Be careful. Honor the element of fire today in a literal or metaphorical way. The divine flame resides within, and it is yours to tend to. That said, doing so patiently and with support leads to change that is holy rather than hasty. Yeah, there was something here about hasty. So this could have been somebody very hasty in your past, because it was kind of in the past. But I'm going to pull some juicy messages. We're going to close it out here, Sagittarius. There's something about forgiving past people, forgiving the past. You could be preparing yourself as well for the future. So Sagittarius. Seeing Owen Wilson. You could have Libra placements, or you could be crafting something, or there could be a masculine that wants to, somebody's trying to sabotage your path. There could be a new masculine that wants to work or create something for you, offer you something, impress you. They might be trying to, this could be like a new masculine, literally. This person could have lighter features as well. I don't think you know this person, but I don't know. But I digress. Just kidding. I just had to say that. Sagittarius. People and placements in the highest teams of love and light, most valuable, important, vital messages from your spirit team. Okay, we have a few. Why not? Something could be, you could be building on something. Something was precarious in the past. Maybe it was built on a false foundation or a bad foundation. Evaluate people and their frequency, not their looks. And their motives and their intentions. If you get out of your head, you move instinctively. Trying to put you in a path you're not meant to go down. So you might need to like really stay out of your head or just move by instinct alone. Don't allow this person to make you overthink or anything. Own identity and own lane. Stay secretive, stay humble / hidden, and check your ego. Mad their lies did not stick. Yeah. Whatever you set your sights on, you will get it. So thank you so much for being here. Continue to triumph. I see you triumphing into greater maturity. I see you moving towards greater self-love and decisions and endings and cycles, attracting what you desire as well, and happiness. So thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate the support. Please hit like, subscribe. You can get a personal through the Buy Me a Coffee link or leave a tip through there. Best of luck. Take care.